Hey guys, it's Friday. It's Odin 5-star featured grind time. And you know, just a little hangout, a little chill, a little this, a little that. Make sure everything's all good and up and running, and then let's hit the ground running, shall we say. Mic is good. I swear that is like, ever since like a couple weeks ago where I forgot that the mic was off, I'm so paranoid about that now. But it looks good. And hey there, hi there, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. It is night number 2 of the featured 5-star Odin grind. I'm sitting at 36 mil right now, so I have got the 1 to 10% in the bag by about 11, 12, 13 million points right now. But that's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not what I'm going for. I'm going for top 300. And for that, I'm about halfway where I want to be. So that is what we're doing tonight, just putting up some points, hanging out, kicking back, enjoying the fact that it is Friday night, start of the weekend, for me at least, and putting up some points and hanging out. I am vonShoe. It is a pleasure getting to meet you and talk with you guys. Hope you all are doing well. Before I get too far along, I do want to say a big howdy, big welcome to the latest Von subs to the channel. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for finding the channel in the depths of the YouTubes. Cheers. I'm digging the videos put out so far and are interested in the videos yet to come. Got some cool stuff coming down the pipes. Still do have the Season 1 finale of the 3-star SmackDown coming out on Monday. That got booted out a week just to account for the Odin grind. Got a initial clear of Realm of Legends on the baby account, Von2. That's coming out sometime after the grind here is done, and a couple more gameplay videos showing what some worthy Norsemen can do and if it's worth doing that in the first place. It was actually really fun. While I was putting up some points here in Arena a little bit earlier, came up with a couple new fun ideas to test out as well, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they handle being made a worthy Norseman. So that's gonna be coming out here again in the next week or so. But until the grind here is done on Sunday morning, I'm focusing on this. From the top, though, I do want to say a big howdy. Oh man, come on! Big howdy, big welcome to you guys here in chat. Starting off with Fried Nuggets saying, OMG, it's Rob. Faye saying, hey, people. Howdy, guys. And Gogeta. Hello, Shoe Man. Hey, hey, hey. How are you guys? How are you? So, I have been playing a lot today. So, I just have a couple more 6-stars to throw up and get on cooldown first, just because it's going to be like 11 hours before they come off of cooldown, so they take priority, and then go down the 5-star roster from the top, work my way down, go from there. Nugget says, I need 2,000 more 5-star shards. How can I get more? You have all the monthly content done already, I'm assuming, right? I mean, the easiest, fastest way is to just keep popping open a bunch of crystals. But that involves spending units and spending money, so that may not be ideal. They do have that Falcon bundle in the store today where you get some 5-star shards in addition to some Falcon crystals, or Winter Soldier with Winter Soldier crystals. That's an option, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, the quickest, fastest way is to just complete some of the monthly content or some of the Odin Gauntlet, because I think there's 5-star shards tied to some of the whatchamacallits, the caskets. So a couple options there at least. I'd rather sell my 4 stars. No, 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 do not do that. That is not a good idea. Do not recommend. Don't sell champs. I know you're joking. I know you're joking, but for everybody else out there, don't ever sell champs. It's such a bad idea. Reason being, of course, that you never know when those champs are going to wind up being useful or relevant again. They are constantly coming out with new content that makes use of every rarity champion, and if you sell them, then they're gone. And it is a pain in the butt and a half. And a half being the key feature there to try and get those back again. Taz popping in and saying, how goes the grind, Rob? Taz, first off, happy Friday, bud. Happy weekend eve. Good to see you. I am about 36 mil deep right now. So by the end of today, I'm going to be hitting 40, which is right on par, right where I want to be. My goal, of course, is always to try and get 20 mil a day. I think that's pretty good. So I'm feeling pretty okay with that so far. I'm at 11.2 on the 4-star. Oh, you're almost done. You're really almost done. Nice. Good luck. Oh yeah, I finally completed tier 6 and I duped my Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. But anyways, maximize Space Ghost, so powerful. Yes. So it's a little give and a little take with that one. Little give, little take. But grats on finishing all the same. And almost rank 5 my red mags. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool once you get there. Dude's a tank. Just realized my spring break is here. Heck yeah. Nice. Tomorrow night I'm gonna watch Falcon and Winter Soldier. Very good. It's fun. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But happy spring break, bud. Do you have plans for the week? I mean, spring break nowadays is a lot different than spring break even a year or 2 years ago now at this point. But still is time away from school and all that, so definitely can enjoy that at the very least. Do this and this and this. You're gonna like episode 2. It was really good. I think so. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing so far. It'll be like I'm 99% sure I know where it winds up, but I'm still having a heck of a good time with the show with Iran. Gotta say, Red Mags is so good for Odin Gauntlet, for Thor, and for Hulk. Yeah, because not only, I mean, metal champions, but because he can tank hits too with his special 3, deal a heck of a lot of damage on his own as well. Next week I'm going to watch Godzilla v Kong. There you go. I think I'm probably going to let that one just come to streaming service. Like, it looks nice and looks fun, but I don't know. It's not like, I don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure the first movie I'm going to see when it's back in theaters is going to be Black Widow. Like, Godzilla v Kong definitely, I think, needs to be seen in theaters. It seems like it's a movie designed for big screen with big loud surround sound. But, I don't know. I'm good. Noah popping in saying, what's up? What up, Noah? How in the heck are you, bud? Happy Friday. Happy day 2 of Odin. Odin's Day. How is the Snyder Cut of Justice League? I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it. Last night was dedicated to Falcon Winter Soldier. And then just a couple of random odd stuff. I still hope on planning on getting to it sometime this weekend. From what I've heard, it's good. From what I've heard, it's good. If you are a fan of Zack Snyder movies, you will like the Snyder Cut, is what I've heard. And visually, I like Zack Snyder movies. Story-wise, we'll see. I will say the thing that I was most excited to see today was the first trailer for The Suicide Squad. It looks like exactly the kind of stupid fun that the cast and the premise deserves. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing that and seeing more of it. Actually, no, I take it back. I've seen enough. That one trailer was plenty enough for me. I'm sold. I'm ready to see that movie. I don't need any extra teasing. Quinn says, hello, Black Widow is coming out in July. If it does not get delayed for the 7th or 8th time, seriously. It will be a premiere access on Disney Plus. Yes, it's a twofer, so it's coming to theaters the same time it's coming to premiere access. So if you are in an area that is allowing in-person viewing in theaters again in limited crowds or whatever, that is an option too. But yes, Quinn, exactly right. And that's the thing, I got to build my excitement back up for Black Widow again. It's not that I don't want to see the movie, and it's not that I wasn't excited to see it, you know, over a year ago when it was supposed to come out. But the thing is, just because it keeps getting delayed, they set a release date and it gets delayed, and another release date and it gets delayed. It's like I've been teased so many times, it's like, all right, whatever it's going to be is going to be. Just, okay, cool. Now it's July. Before it was spring, then it was winter, then it was fall, then it was summer, then it was spring a couple times. I feel like Disney's just dangling it on a string, like a carrot in front of a horse, you know? Russo Brothers might make a 4-hour cut of Endgame after they saw the Justice League one. They 100% are going to be doing something. Because they are not going to let James Cameron come out of the freaking nowhere and re-release Avatar for the 5th time and take their box office prize away from them without, you know, some sort of rebuttal. Like, it's just Disney just like, you know, playing cash god with themselves because they own both properties, but there's no way they're not gonna like re-release it in some capacity. Imagine if Zack Snyder did whatchamacallit? Endgame together. I'll really watch it. I would be interested to see his interpretation of it, but I have a feeling that I would enjoy what we got more. Just tonally, at least. Question: what is the worst buff Kabam did? Probably the Ebony Maw buff. From recent memory, at least. The 12.0 patch, far and away, was the worst thing they've ever done. But the Ebony Maw buff is probably the worst buff they've done. It's like, hey, they took this champ that was absolute garbage, and they're like, hey, we're buffing him. And we're like, thank God you're buffing him. He's such a noodle. Please make him better. And then they turned back current Ebony Maw, and we're like, this is a buff, and they're like, you're welcome. And now everybody's like, no, where's the buff? Where's the real buff? What is this? Am I a joke to you? I mean, the answer is yes. Yes, every mod is a joke to them. In my opinion. What do you guys think? That's a fun question to pose to everybody out there. Quinn says, vaccine in Minnesota is doing well, so might be in theaters soon. Nice. Well, I'm from California, and things are just about the same, but because the governor is worried about the recall, then he's just like preemptively greenlighting a lot of stuff. So either it was never a problem in the first place and he was just gaslighting us, or he doesn't really care about results just so long as he can stay in office. But that's just my opinion. Sai says, hey Rob, probably a weird question. I love weird questions. But do you think I stand a chance of a 5-star Odin with 34 million? So I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But unless you've got a brand new account within like the last 30 days, probably not. Probably not. There is a chance that Odin is going to go lower than what people are expecting. But I personally think if it does go low like that, it's going to wind up being like high 50s. Like that's going to be low. Mid 50s at the absolute bare bones, which I don't expect, but possibly mid 50s. I don't think 34 is tenable. Again, I don't want to be I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I wouldn't hold my breath. So, I mean, if you can do more, put up more points, absolutely, please do, go for it. Oh, Bob Iger. He makes some good choices, but with Star Wars, Disney's just playing Monopoly with themselves. Yeah, pretty much. Now it's Bob Chapek, because Iger retired last year. So as far as anybody here knows, the only thing that Bob Chapek has done so far is slowly start to roll out the films now that, you know, we're on this end of the pandemic, and as well as handling the Gina Carano bit. But like I said, I mean, he's only been at the head honcho for like a few months. So it's not like he would have like a ridiculously extensive list of things going on so far. Infinity Man needs offensive use. I agree. Like, the thing with Infinity Man is that I think most people don't remember or don't utilize his plasma. And that's because his plasma is difficult to get and difficult to upkeep, and the damage is okay at best. Like, what they're trying to do is, like, they're trying to make his plasma ability similar to Archangel, right? So you take two different debuffs and combine them into a new thing, just without the ability accuracy reduction. And that never really wound up taking off, unfortunately. Yeah, Nuggets, I'm in Los Angeles. Feel you're bad for Texas and their situation. Me too. I have 4-star Max Infinity Man, and he is really good. He's fun. Absolutely, he's fun. I just pulled 4-star Archangel. Congrats. If you're able to get him woken up, you're going to be good to go. Because, unfortunately, Archangel desperately needs an awakened ability. But once you got like him at like Sig 1, and then yeah, he's gonna be doing some cool things. Congrats. Disney owns a lot of stuff. Next they're gonna own Sony. All the toilet paper brands and candy. Well, so here's the thing. Disney is going to wind up owning its own chain of movie theaters. And that probably would have already started rolling out sometime this year in 2021 had the pandemic not happened. And the reason for that is because in 2019, there was a Supreme Court, an American Supreme Court case that overruled a almost century-long rule that said that a production company such as Disney could not own or maintain a distribution company, i.e. a movie theater. They always had to go through a second party, so your Regals, your Edwards, your AMCs, and then all the small places too, right? They couldn't own it, but they had to distribute it through somebody else. But that got overturned, so now undoubtedly Disney's going to wind up purchasing their own chain of theaters, and yeah, that's only a matter of time. Cheers. Let's do that. Let's do that. And where is safety net, man? There is Bishop. Bishop's my safety net. Anything past Bishop is asking for trouble. Not Bishop specifically, but just his power level. Yeah, we got the Dodgers, we got the Lakers, got the Clippers, got the Spark, Galaxy, Kings. You got sports galore. I mean, granted, they don't want like people looking too far into how and the logistics of all their sports teams. like just because it's a LA team doesn't necessarily mean that it's based in Los Angeles. They just like saying it's the Los Angeles Angels, for example. The Angels are nowhere near Los Angeles. They're out in Orange County. It's a completely different city, different county, different everything. It's like an hour drive from Los Angeles to Angel Stadium. But they just say it's Los Angeles Angels just for the name recognition and for the branding. Los Angeles is an interesting place like that. Nuggets is a Cowboy fan. Noah's a Chiefs fan. Oh, there we go. And now I'm a Packers fan. Nice little hodgepodge of NFL here. Nuggets is a Chicken Tenders fan. I'm a Taquitos fan, personally. Unless we were talking about chicken wings, and then chicken wings trumps all of that. Another great product placement by Rob. You know, that's what I get paid the big bucks. The big, non-existent kabam dollars. Just rolling in the cash, guys. Rolling in the cash. No, not really. Concern with the Disney movies I have is that the MCU is now influencing the comics in some ways. Like post-movie Guardians in the comics and oh yeah. Well, Iron Man is like case in point right there. No one knew who Iron Man was, really, until the movies came out. And like Iron Man was like a B-tier character, and then the movie came out, and now he's Iron Man. But I mean, there's just like cross promoting all over the place. Like the comics elected to have Nick Fury look like Sam Jackson long before Sam Jackson was ever cast as Nick Fury. So that's a little bit of a crossover right there. Everybody's just trying to, like, you know, share the pot. how's the expression go? Rising tide raises many ships and all that. Lefty Knox popping in saying, yo, what's good, Lefty? Happy Friday, bud. What's new with you, my friend? High school football is so fun, isn't it? Yeah. It's gonna be so nice to like go back to like one of those Friday night games. Because it's different, right? It's like different feel, different vibe. I miss it. Noah says, I'm the smallest lineman on my football team. Doesn't matter about size, just depends how effective you are in getting results. And, you know, having fun too. I am completely stuck on 524. What's stonewalling you there, Noah? Maybe we can help. Boink. Yeah, when Nick Fury looked like Sam Jackson. Tried to sue, I think. So in the movies they made him that. Oh, is that what the story was? I thought that they had asked him in the first place. And then he was like, yeah, that's cool. And that's how that worked out. Holy bejesus. Lefty popping in with the $10 dono right there saying, haven't shined your shoes in a while, my friend. Abyss Path tomorrow. Stop by and say, hey, Lefty, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. That is most kind, most generous. Holy cow. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. While you're at it, please do feel free and drop a plug here in chat for a time. I got some family stuff going on on the afternoon, but as I recall, because I think we were talking about it a little bit earlier, you're going to be starting up morning side. And as such, if it's morning side, I can pop in for a bit and say, hey. But here, let me get you on the board, buddy. Thank you again. There we go. Got that, got that, got that. There we go. Awesome. Cheers, bud. That's so cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's masochism that's doing it. Yeah. That's a fun one. I've got a shirt of him, 2 posters, 8 Lego minifigs, 3 figures, phone case, wallpapers, and a comic pop figure, and movie pop figure, and a drawing. You are a Nick Fury aficionado, my friend. But I completed it with Aegon, says Nuggets. There you go. Mainly use Sunspot 2, so he isn't good for masochism. What is the heals percent for masochism on 524? Is it heals 5%, 10%, or 15 or more? If it's 5%, that is definitely something that you can just push through. If it's like 15% or so, then that's sizable. No problem, bro. Keep up the great work. Start the Abyss Path tomorrow about 3 p.m. EST. Okay. I will do my best. I will do my best to be able to pop in and hang out a spell. Which path you taking? And who are you using? Kingslayer says, "Hey Rob, hey, how's it going, Kingslayer? Happy Friday or happy Saturday for you. How's it going, bud? Hope you're doing well. Happy day 2 of the ODIN push." I gotta say, just in general, like I'm really hoping that the Odin grind here goes well. Just because like the more I'm grinding for him, then the more time I have to stir and think about all the different random champions that could be really fun to test out as worthy characters. Because like you got the obvious ones, right? So like people want to know what Cosmic Ghost Rider does when he's worthy. You know, is he better or is he worse? Or like, you know, what does, I don't know, you've seen like the Black Bolt ones, or you've seen Ghosts. Like, yeah, okay, cool. But what about, you know, Mordo? I did that video before, and coming up still. What about Phoenix? Yeah, and then a bunch of other characters like that, and just, you know, random characters too. So, as soon as the grind is done here, I'm really looking forward to getting back into some fun playtesting too. Gamerboy says, "Chill, Alliance running map 456, pushing for gold in Alliance, looking for active players." Well, if you guys are in the market, that is the one plug from Gamerboy right there. Oh, for Iron Man stuff. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. That makes more sense. I'm like, I mean, that's cool that you dig Nick Fury, but that makes more sense. And where is Bishop? There we go. 5%. 5% every 7 seconds it refreshes. Okay, so it's annoying. It's annoying then. Doable, but annoying. Path 4, Mags, Aegon, Torch, Corvus, Doom. Solid squad. Good luck. Good luck. Just means that the you got the light at the end of the tunnel as soon as the run's done here. Just that much closer to some extra shiny loot. Have you started thinking about which class Nexus you would want to get once you're all said and done? Know that I'd use Aegon, but careful on that Punisher because of the block damage. That's what gets you. That's what gets you. If you guys have any star version of Guardian, doesn't matter if it's a 3-star or a 4, 5, whatever. 3-star works. Throw the Guardian on your squad because the block proficiency that he winds up giving the entire team is so good. It is so good. And it really helps mitigate some of that annoying chip damage and block damage like that. Boink. Alright, Noah. See you in a sec, bud. Leaning towards Mutant, but Science and Cosmic are in the mix. Yeah, it really just depends, because there's so many good characters in all of the different classes now. You know? Like, Mutant, obviously, still is the most broken class in the game, and with the latest update, you got Professor X and Apocalypse in the general pool now, in addition to, you know, the other absolute units like Omega Red and everybody in between. Science is great. You know, you got Void, you got Torch, Beardo, Wasp, She-Hulk too. I mean, if you want to swing that way, MSD puts up a bunch of cool stuff with her. Or, yeah, Cosmic's good too. Angela, Sparkles, Corvus. Suppose it really, I mean, it's just going to wind up boiling down to how you want to play the account, right? If you need like a prestige option, if you're looking for like your next, like, I don't know, god tier attacker or whatever. It's just fun. It's just fun to think about, you know? Fried nuggets. I have never been so sad. I say it like that, I have no idea what you're actually sad about. I went to the kitchen and I wanted a snack. And there's no Chips Ahoy cookies. That's awful. That is positively devastating. I pour one out for you, buddy. I pour one out for you. That's truly heartbreaking. Sending my my thoughts and prayers. Question though is what you're gonna eat instead, because I'm hoping, I'm assuming you got a couple other munchies to choose from aside from the Chips Ahoy, but still, that's rough. That's rough. Pew pew. Pew 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 pew. But at least I got Cheetos. Hey, there you go. Hot Cheetos. The good Cheetos, then. I haven't had Cheetos in a long time. Not as like a conscious thing, like, it's not like I woke up one morning, I'm like, I hate Cheetos. It's just like, well, one thing led to another, and it's like, oh yeah, I haven't had Cheetos in a long time. Like, I want to stick with cereals for the cereal stream, but like having a, I don't know, Wednesday snack stream or something like that could be fun too. So long as I balance it out with like Monday workout stream or something like that, then I think that might be a good balance. I remember how my grandma gave me a lot of Kool-Aid. Good times. Well, I like your grandma already. Kool-Aid is amazing. And speaking of which, as soon as we get the Mordo down here, time for a Kool-Aid break, guys. This random ODIN featured arena grind brought to you by Kool-Aid. I mean, they don't know that they're the unofficial sponsor of today's stream, but I know, and you know now. It'll just be our little secret. There we go. Cheers, everybody. No heals for you. There we go. And I'm back. Had to make me a grilled cheese. That sounds amazing. What kind of cheese? Because like when I was a kid, like Kraft Singles was what we made a grilled cheese out of. But then as I got older, my tastes refined a wee bit. Then you can do a whole bunch of different things, a whole bunch of different kinds of cheeses. It just like opens up a whole new world of cheesy goodness and fun options. Someone should do a vid with all the champs in the game that have the case of the pew-pews. That could be fun. Nugget says, "Hey Rob, when you do incursions with subs, want to do a run with 3-star CGR?" Sure. We'll have to see. I mean, that might be this Sunday for the serial stream. Kind of feeling an incursion run. Actually, no, it probably definitely will be Sunday because I haven't done incursions for a while, and I actually want to get incursion shards again, just to keep going on the 6-star, the 2006-star shards you can pick up in the store, because I want to raid the dispatch of the featured 6 stars hard in the hopes of waking up Spider Pig. Everybody else is cool. Still, it's 100% success rate, no matter who the character is. But Spider Pig, that would be awesome. So we'll see. Cheddar or pepper jack. Those are both good options. The snacks, the snack that smiles back, goldfish. They're like, I, for one, embrace the cold arms of death. That's a bit dark. But on Wednesday, I put guac on my grilled cheese. Oh, no. Now you're fancy. Now you're fancy. Okay, so, like we just said, I mean, I'm from Los Angeles, right? I have never, ever, ever gone someplace to get avocado toast. Never had it at a restaurant. Never had it outside. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a big thing. I've never had it. That having been said, I have been very curious, and I have made myself avocado toast. And that's nummy. But I'm not going to go out and spend, I don't know, $10 for a piece of freaking avocado toast. Nah, I'm good. It's yummy, don't get me wrong. It's really nummy if I make it myself, but... My go-to cheeses are mozzarella and some types of cheddar, Swiss. On my burgers, Colby Jack is my favorite. On burgers, yeah, mine too. Just a little bit extra, a little bit of bite. It's nummy. Yet another Mordo in Arena. Good lord. Go. Yes, yes, more product placements. Hey man, I would gladly wear a shirt, wear a hat, have an entire backdrop, or sit on a branded chair, whatever. Have like a microphone wrap. If somebody is like, hey, we want you to be the face of, I don't know, delicious string cheese or something. What in the dickens happened there? That debuff was crazy. That was friggin' melted. I would have thought that Sassy would have been a bit tankier than that. Especially with class advantage. That's disappointing. Parmesan on pasta and spaghetti? Yeah. Guys, don't even get me started talking about pasta. Don't even get me started talking about pasta. That is like... That is a problem for me. That is straight up a problem for me. Like in the best way. Not like actually a problem, but like a good problem. A problem in that like it's like Pringles for me. Like once a pop, then the pasta just don't stop. That sort of thing. I made the grilled cheese like you see in cheese commercials. Ah, nice. So where you like just slice the bread just enough and then just slowly peeled it apart, get like this melty cheese thing going. Very nice. Very nice. Blurt. Get the regen. That. That. You need to get Crocs to sponsor you. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be like my shoe, right? Everyone gets a shoe deal. You know, it could be some high-profile NBA player or something getting a shoe deal. Well, here I am. I am a Marvel Contest of Champions YouTuber getting a shoe deal with Crocs. I would absolutely take you up on that. Crocs, if you're listening right now, hit me up. Got my email in the comment section or in the description. I will wear the heck out of those. The vonShoe. You know, if they ever do a community boss rush, and if I'm fortunate and lucky enough to be selected as one of the community people to design a boss fight, to get like one of those exclusive titles, that's what I would ask the title be called. The vonShoe. I'd be all for that. I am now hungry and angry. Well, Gogeta. Sounds like you need a Snickers. Thing is, Colby Jack is a mix of both worlds, mozzarella and cheddar. Probably why I like it so much, because I like both of those. Went to an old school Italian restaurant last month. Nice. Those are the best kind. Those are the best kind. Like the hole in the wall places, but they make it right, you know? Like, not like, I'm gonna crack open a box of pasta and boil it and that's what it's gonna be. It's like, nah, dude. We make the pasta. We make the pasta here. That's why it's good. That's the kind of place I want to go to. And I would gladly pay twice as much for a plate to get pasta made that way than something that's just, you know, on the cheaper or more affordable side. That means I go half as often, but the food I get is twice as good. Heck yeah, sign me up for that. Interesting. I always forget that White Mag says degen on his special too now. It's very cool. I have already eaten dinner and I want to eat it again. I need grilled cheese. It sings. I'm sure that's exactly, like verbatim, 100% how you intended that to read. Guaranteed. Alright, I'm gonna go get some chocolate milk. But you're out of chocolate syrup. No, that's just not going well for you here tonight. It's just not going. Have I ever had Samoan food before? I don't think specifically. But I would love to try some. And that's the thing, though, too. That's the tough part, because, like, around here, there's a bunch of different, like, you know, very, very specific foods, right? Tailor-suited to, you know, places from all over the world, and that's amazing. But you gotta, like, go through them with a fine-tooth comb, because so many of them have been, like, either Americanized or fusion, this or that and the other. And it's like, no, I don't want an American spin on the dish. I don't want a fusion spin on the dish. I want the dish. I want it the way that it's made back where they came up with it. I want to know, like, what it tastes like. Hit me with the original spices. Hit me with the intended flavor profile, because that is like 10 times better than whatever fusion twist that somebody who read about it in a cookbook once decided to try. You know, nothing beats the original. Uh-oh. So, I mean, when I do stumble on a place like that, it's just like, yeah, it's like friggin' Christmas, because it's like, oh, well, there we go. You should try it. It's so good. Do you have a specific dish or thing to try in mind? Like the one thing, like if I was gonna go in for a meal, like this is what you should order, like that sort of thing. Do this. Punchy, punchy, punchy flames. There's that. Then we got a Nova here. Remember how Nova is supposed to be a really good character? And then he isn't. Like, Noah's one of those champs, and I've talked about this before, but Noah is definitely one of those champs that I just forget is in the game. Oh yeah, Nova. He's in this game. Champion's the same way for me, and same with OG Ms. Marvel. Funny how they're all three Cosmic Champions, but yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, this guy. This rascal. Man, I'm a butcher trying to say that. Sapasui and Masuma. Quickly, I must go to the Googles. I gotta find where there's like night mode or something on Google. Samoan Chop Suey, it says. Well, okay, that's what Pinterest says. Let me rephrase. I want to block Pinterest from sending me things. Zealand corned beef. Well, now I'm interested. I don't know what the difference is between corned beef and Zealand corned beef, but I love corned beef. So we've got some bok choy, that's nummy, onion, chicken broth, soy sauce. Bean thread noodles, that's nummy too. Seems pretty straightforward. At least, again, the Pinterest version. Well, color me interested. And hungry. I have my French toast at least 10 stars at rank 10. The PI you were asking, 10 plus. Oh, but you're still questioning it? Well, the damage is over 9,000. It's pretty high. On French toast now. Me too. French toast sounds amazing. Do I really want... Yeah, I guess. Diablo versus Doom. The meme versus the god. Massima. There we go. I was mispronouncing that I. Massima. Okay. Mom makes amazing bacon fried rice. Well, I mean, just about anything with bacon in it is really nummy. I really, one of these days, needs to take another look at Diablo. Not because I'm really excited to ever learn how to play him, but kind of I think I'm going to need to learn at least a basic understanding of his kit, just because he's got a killer app synergy with Dragon Man to make Dragon Man even better. So if I'm going to have Diablo on the roster, I may as well have a loose understanding of how he works, or like a functional understanding of how he works. Someday. Designs popping in saying, "What up, Rob? How's it going, Designs? Happy Friday night, bud. Welcome to day 2 of the ODIN grind. Hope you're doing well. What's new?" Who loves fried rice here? This guy. Definitely this guy. I went to BG's stream because I wanted to check BG's estimates. And the first thing I hear him read was, BG is hot. I mean... you know. There are some who say... Yeah, BG's saying 75 for ODIN, and then was it 13, I think, for the 4-star? I think his estimate is high. I don't think he's going to go 75, but that's what he's guessing. Heard y'all talking about food after I just ate. You know... isn't that how it always seems to work out? You just ate, so you're good to go, which is good. Because the last thing you want to do is to come to my stream here on an empty stomach. It will not go well for you. But it also does have that effect that it's like, you know, I just ate, but give me a half an hour. I make some room for some more. Yeah, claim your raven's feather soon. That's something that needs to be claimed. I thought that's just like auto-populates in your account. Or what you're saying is you got to log into the game. So stupid crossbones, man. It's such a long charge for overrun. For such a short timer. I had bacon wrap baked chicken with asparagus, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and some mashed taters. That sounds so good. You know, I haven't had in a good hot minute, bacon wrapped scallops. Yum. I mean, really, bacon wrapped anything is a win. From like bacon wrapped scallops to like bacon wrapped hot dogs. I could just go for all of those things. Just go down the list of like, I'll have one of those. I'll have one of those. I will have one of those. Yes, please, and thank you. Or loaded baked potatoes, because you said mashed potatoes. So like a loaded potato with crumbled bacon, melted butter, some chives. Yes, please. I will take some of that. Oh, zap time. Boop. 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 No, not like this. Pigs in a blanket are good. Pigs in a blanket done right are good. I'll give you that much. They're nummy, but they gotta be done right. Kicky, punchy. Kind of want Texas Roadhouse now. That's a restaurant, isn't it? I think so. Anything barbecue related is good for me. There's a chain of barbecue restaurants out here in LA called Wood Ranch. They got some up in Ventura County. They got some down in Orange County. They got a couple here in LA County. It's not like a big chain, like you go to a town and there's a Wood Ranch, but it's like one of those small like local chain bits where there's like maybe like a couple dozen locations anywhere. But like you go there, right? You get either some tri-tip, you get yourself a steak, you get yourself like a half chicken, something like that. You get a big old thing of homemade onion straws. They make their own barbecue sauce there too. God, that's just so good. Let's throw Thanos up there, and then Squirrel Girl, because why not? Looks good to me. Still can't believe I have frickin' Thanos. That is entirely kudos to my alliance mates, because there were a couple alliance mates that were going for top spots for the 6-star version of Thanos, and because there were because of each of their own individual efforts, but because there were like 3 or 4 people in the alliance going for those top spots, that just propelled all the rest of us up to a Thanos category, and it was wild, man. What is my favorite board and brew sandwich? So you're gonna have to forgive my ignorance about board and brew. But my favorite sandwich that there's this small hole in the wall sandwich place. Like literally blink and you miss it. Like they converted a house, like an old house from like the 50s into a restaurant basically, right? So on like a thick slice of sourdough bread, they just load it up with like boar's head meat with lettuce, tomato, bacon, avocado. You got some sprouts on there as well. And then they toast it. So, I mean, granted, it is not an inexpensive sandwich. It is not an inexpensive sandwich. But, again, like I was saying a little bit ago, like I would rather eat at a place half as frequently, but enjoy it because it's twice as good as anywhere else. It's one of those sort of things. Like, literally, the sandwich, when it's all said and done, they bring it out, it's like up to here. It's like one of those Dagwood, like from the comics, Dagwood and Blondie, right? Like the sandwich is out to here, so you gotta be like a snake and like almost dislocate your jaw in order to eat this thing. But good lord, it is freaking amazing. And then some places, because it's a sandwich place, right? Some places bring out like, I don't know, a quarter of a pickle, right? Just for whatever reason. Americans love pickles with their sandwiches, so they bring out a pickle. But they don't just bring out, like, a quartered pickle. No, they're like, nah, dude. We're gonna, like, crack this can open. You're gonna have, like, your own, like, pickle that's, like that, like, as big as your hand and, like, as wide as well. It's like, no, dude, I'm good. Thank you, but what am I supposed to do with this giant-sized American pickle now? Jackpot says, hey Rob, been lurking for a bit, but I heard about the grilled cheese and decided to make one. Check Twitter. Absolutely, bud. That sounds delicious. Let me make sure I don't get wrecked by a Hawkeye here. I'll go check it out. Alright. Onward to the Twitter. I'm kind of stealing that from BG, but I just like how it rolls off the tongue. Oh, nice. You got a couple pickles in there too? No. Sweet gherkins, nice. Swiss cheese, American cheese, ham. Yup. And I will say, can you make me one of those too? Yep, that is awesome. Well, see, there we go. There we go. We got a panini press for Christmas that also converts to like a impromptu like waffle maker, just depending on whatever plate you put on there. So it is very, very easy to convert that for grilled cheese. And now I'm not gonna make it on the stream here because then I'm just gonna like get up and disappear from the stream. That's not gonna be fun for anybody. But afterwards, What are your guys' favorite drinks? Me, either hot cocoa, milk, water, or OJ. I mean Kool-Aid, of course, but like aside from that, I think Florida's natural OJ with some pulp is probably my favorite, just like bottled drink. Just because it's like actually orange juice and not like a concentrate-based orange juice. So especially if like you're making yourself like a hearty breakfast or a smoothie that requires a like OJ as a base, you cannot go wrong with that. Now that we're on the topic of sandwiches, I want Jimmy John's. Haha, I had Jimmy John's yesterday. It was funny, I had completely forgotten that Jimmy John's existed for a while, and then I had moved to a place that had a Jimmy John's within, like, driving distance, and I was like, oh, hey, it's Jimmy John's. It's like, I don't know, Jersey Mike's, right? And then I went to Jimmy John's, and I like it better. Which is really sad. Which is really, really sad. It's like Jimmy John's and Jersey Mike both is what I remember Subway as a kid. But either I just didn't know any better because I was a kid, or Subway just really had a fall from grace or something. Because now, Subway, no, thank you. All right, Noah, take care, bud. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time, bud. Pickles for me are too sour. Just pickles in general, or like all kinds of pickles? So we got the sweet ones as well. All right, Quinn. You the same, bud. Get some good Z's. We'll catch you later. So I'm about ready to hit 40 mil right here. So that's pretty cool. That's day 2 goal right there. Just keep on going. Also, while I think of it, it being a wee bit past the hour, bear with me, guys, for just a sec. For some shameless plugs here. But if this is the first time you're tuning in to the stream, pleasure to meet you. My name is Rob vonShoe. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday night for the Super Serial stream. Chowing down on some nummy cereal, playing some MCOC, hanging out, and having a good time. Please do consider liking the video and hitting the sub button as well. It's a growing channel, and all of that helps out immensely, so I do very much appreciate that. Let's do this. And then, like I was saying at the top of the video, I got the some Worthy Norseman gameplay coming out. I'm still going for featured 5-star Odin here in Arena, and got the season 1 finale of the 3-star SmackDown coming out here in a few days' time. So much stuff, always something going on, practically daily uploads. It's a good time to be hanging out here on channel. So, cheers, everybody. I just realized the question. My favorite has to be summer and a bit of Easter. Very nice, Gogeta. Gogeta, of course, is referencing the question of the day over here on my left. Or over on the left, I should say. My right, but your guys' left. What's your favorite holiday? Let me know down in the chat, or if you're watching afterwards, throw that in the comment section. Always fun checking that out and seeing what you guys think. I think for me, it's got to be Christmas, just because I've had so many great memories, like growing up as a kid with family Christmas, and now Christmas usually means us getting together as a family or extended family, and it's fun times. Especially last year, you know. Christmas 2020, like, hey, we survived the year, and then just being like extra thankful for being together. So let's see what we got here. So we got half an hour before those guys are on come off a cooldown. 6 stars I don't think are off a cooldown for a while still, yeah. Alright, and I'm not particularly fussed about burning units just yet. So, let's take a quick segue. Well, quick segue because the game crashed. Crash number 1, by the way. I'd like that duly noted for the live stream. That is that first crash of the night. So let's burn some energy here, shall we? Shirmoy coming in. How's it going, bud? Baby Sham 33 Gaming with the $2 saying, well on your way to Odin. Stay strong, my friend. Shirmoy, thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very, very much. That is very kind. And thank you, too, for the well wishes. I don't want to get, like, I don't know. I'm feeling like it's going pretty okay so far. There's still way too much time to be, you know, feeling good about it yet. But I like where it's headed. But thank you very much, bud, for the well wishes there. Oh, dude, lucky this guy. Wound up getting a 6-star vision out of there. That is a super, super lucky pull. Forgot that vision's in the basic pool now. I guess he got added with everybody else. That would be a phenomenal drop. I'd love to wake mine up. So that's 100%ed. Let's take care of some of this here. But also, Sherman, while I got you here, how are you, bud? How's it going? How's the family? Gogeta says, and also today was the first time I ever dexed Starkey's Special 2. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, it's a wonky special to feel confident and comfortable with, but then I think once, you know, after you do it a couple of times and then realize that you can dex the second part of his special with one evade, then that makes life a lot easier. But hey, grats. Very cool. Speaking of vision, that's right, I forgot, with the robot synergy, you wound up getting the Fury from the get-go. Interesting. So this is kind of what I was talking about with some of the worthy Norsemen bit, right? Again, because you got the obvious ones. You got the Black Bolt, which you guys have seen a bunch already. You see Hela, who's been done a bunch. I did Mort already. I want to see Warlock. Warlock with the robot synergy. Meaning he gets a Fury each time he comes up against something he is immune to. And then, you know, with the Norseman ability, it gets the aptitude to boost that. To make Warlock a worthy Norseman. It could be really fun. Because it's a chunky Fury, too. It's a 50% attack boost. And that's, you know, pre-Norseman, so. Who besides Doom is a good core counter? Omega Red is solid. Professor X is solid. Domino on heavy spam is solid. Storm, Pyramid X works. Namor with his reflectability. Just off the top of my head. They're good. They're making me old. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Kiddo's doing good though. Appreciate you asking. He's doing good. He just had his birthday not too terribly long ago. He is running all over the place without a care in the world. He loves using me as a personal jungle gym. So it's not uncommon for me to get a foot in my face as he's scaling his way up. But it's really good. It's really, really good. Glad to hear, bud. Really glad to hear. Pew Pew Man and Omega Red. Those are good. Within 532. Okay. Oh, variant 5. I was like, within Act 5, I'm like, that there shouldn't be a limitation on that. Variant 5, okay. Well, let's go check that out. Now that Jane here is down, we can go see. So, variant 5, where's that? 5, 3, dose. So, Claire can work around it because she can heal. So that could be an option. Ebony Maw, I think, works because most of his stuff is projectile based. I want to say no, not Mojo. I guess Mangog qualifies now too, doesn't he? Red Goblin, maybe? But he's super new. It may be a thing too where like your better bet is to like parry, and if the stun holds, then do a heavy attack. It's a good way to do bigger damage and kind of ease your way into it. But for the most part, I think everybody else is Dragon Man heavy spam, I think, bypasses. Let's find out. Supreme? Yeah, that's right. She's really projectile friendly. This guy. Oh, with rapid metabolism, that's super annoying. Yeah, Sorcerer Supreme should work. Mordo might actually work too, if you play Mordo like ridiculously defensively. So if you just like hold back and heavy charge and special spam, that might work as well. Plus, then if it winds up getting to a point where his health pool is getting too low, then save up to a special 3, throw the special 3. And that should get you heals to make your life a little bit easier too. Actually, you know what? Oh no, it's 100. So I need 3 more days. Okay, I thought it was 75, but I am mistaken. Never mind. I'm gonna be holding off on the ODIN gauntlet for a bit. Used Unit Man to move past him. But I used Doom. Black Widow Claire was no match. Yeah. I think Doom is... Yeah, Doom works with Unit Man. Let's have some fun with this. Spider Ham is always a lot of fun. Speaking of Mordo... Actually, you know what? Speaking of Mordo... Let's have some fun with Mordo. Yeah, that should be more than sufficient to just cheese my way. Man Falcon says, "Sup, Rob? Long time since I've seen Baby Sham. Sure. Hope it's all been going well. What up, bud? Welcome, welcome, welcome." Alright, so get the aptitude. That's cool. And Mordo is going to be my worthy Norseman. Get some of the heavies going. So the nice thing about that is with his heavy spam, the more Furies you get, the stronger the heavy attack is. And his heavy attack is pretty nice to begin with, just because of the increased crit rate that his heavy attack yields. So, you know, casual 12,000 heavy right there. Max says, "Hey, Rob." Oh, I'm so far behind on the grind. I'm in the 20s. Don't worry about it, bud. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time. But how's it going? Happy Friday, and happy day 2 of the ODIN grind to you. Hope you're doing well, bud. Again, I mean, I'm still really got my fingers crossed and my toes crossed too, if I'm being honest, that the cutoff doesn't wind up being the 75 that BG is thinking it's going to be at. I do think 75 is still too high. I think realistically the cutoff's going to be somewhere in the 60s, but you know, that's what he says. Lost my streak in the featured 48 at 9.75 mil. Hashtag gutted, hashtag unhappy, hashtag rip. I'm sorry, bud. I hate losing streaks. I really do. It just completely throws off your rhythm. And then especially, you know, if you, depending on where you lose the streak on your cycle for champions, like the champions who you would wind up like getting a streak back with are already on cooldown. It might be a minute before they come off a cooldown again. So it's like, what do you do? Do you refresh them so you can keep going now, or do you hold off? It's just, sorry to hear that. It's a push. Yeah, but then sure, at the end of the day, I mean, that's the important thing. You know, that is absolutely the important thing. Because like you were, I mean, exactly like you were just saying, right? The time just goes by so fast, and you can't get that time back with them when they're this size. So, you know, priorities. Absolutely priorities. Yeah, I was running an incursion, and I got to say I had some fun with them. I made it to room 19. Nice. How's your Friday going? It's going really well. It's capping off an absolute busy week, but I'm in high spirits. I'm enjoying the grind here so far, and real life is going very nicely as well. It's going well. It's going well. So another thing about why I'm really excited about incursions again on Sundays, because I really want to run Spider-Ham again. Like, I just had so much freaking fun with Spider-Ham and incursions. That dude is so broken. If you get like the right buff setup, so delightfully broken. Because I didn't realize that they had given so many different power sting boosts in incursions now. But they did. And I'm going to take advantage of it. Oh, absolutely, though. Sure, because that's a... Me too. Me too. I think I've got like maybe another week's worth of content that's already shot that just needs to get edited and then thumbnailed. But, I mean, that's where the bulk of the work is the thumbnailing and the editing. And I think really that's where, like, the crux of, like, YouTube content creating comes in, right? Because it's one thing to plan and shoot the content, but then you gotta, you know, survive the editing process as well. There we go. I was like, wait a minute. Why did this fall off? Because it's a new quest. Because, like, for me, I easily can spend more time on a thumbnail than with shooting and editing and planning combined. Easily. Easily, easily. But, I mean, that, I can't complain. I absolutely love doing the thumbnail design and the planning and layout and all of that. But, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm going to post this as soon as it uploads onto YouTube. And then I get going on the thumbnail, and then it's like an hour past when I wanted to post. And it's like, oh, well, whoops. Guess this is just going to post when it posts. Doink. Sorry, vid on the hacks, and I was not picking up those hacks. I was like, I wish I had the ham on the team. You'll get there. You'll get them. You'll get them. And then once, if you run Spider-Ham with those in this round of incursions, and hopefully they wind up keeping the power sting there, it's just so silly much fun. It's just so silly. I really appreciate that. They're slowly turning incursions into like a mode to being like, hey, this is actually kind of fun. Kind of like, what if Alliance War was fun? I mean, personally, I'm not a big Alliance War fan, so that's my disclaimer right there. I don't like Alliance War. But if Alliance War was fun, I think it would be a lot more similar to what Incursions is now. Blurg. But if you got a Dragon Man for that Korg fight, definitely try him, because I'm pretty sure the heavy attack bypasses Thorns. You would think, at least, right? Like how the Fire Breath would damage Dragon Man. I'm not sure. So we got 13 more energy here to burn. That should do it. Almost done with variant 5. So sick of it. 2 more lanes. You're getting there. You're getting there. I mean, especially because like Kabam Mike was teasing some new content for next month, either 7.2 or was it variant, or was the third one Summer Pain, something like that. I don't know if I believe that one. They've been kicking that can down the road for a year at this point, but so I mean, if they do have something coming out soon, then yeah, it's definitely good getting that done now. Just in time for the new stuff. Cool, so there's that. I don't think I can move up in AQ yet. I can move up in AQ. Well, never mind then. So I love this version of AQ. And I say that completely facetiously. Because I've got 2 super tanky voids. One in Section 2, one in Section 3. And literally, like, the only best way to bypass that is with Corvus. Especially today. Especially today. With the freaking cascading failure. Because each of those buffs that you get for cascading failure is void food. Each one of those. So you go from full health to KO like instantly if you aren't careful. I mean, even if you are careful, you still go from full health to KO just because of void and nonsense. But I'll take that. I just want to rank through my mags. So I'm hoping to get 5,000 mutant tier 5 CC. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. That's a silly image of Odin right there. Just like belting out some tunes or something. Hitting the high notes. That's what I'm thinking he's doing at least. Well, we still got a little bit before the next... A few minutes, actually. Before the next round of dudes start coming off a cooldown. So... what should we do? Guess you could just run some 4-stars. For good measure, for old time's sake. May as well. I mean, it's just all extra bonus points. Stop it. Get out of here. There we go. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'll take it. Also, probably what I could do with these 4-stars is just activate a boost. Some of the 4-star boosts that I just don't ever use otherwise. Just for like a one-off sort of thing, but still get some extra use out of them. So here's the thing, Max. If you're, I wish you the best luck on the calves. If you do decide to go calves, I wish you the best with calves. I have had horrible luck with calves the last month or so. I mean, I can't complain because that is, you know, the luck swinging back the other way for, you know, balancing things out. But good luck. Good luck. And then, if nothing else, always do remember that. I mean, he is going to be back in the featured calves in 2 weeks' time for whoever the next champion is with a slightly higher drop rate, just because he would be sub-featured. So, I mean, there is that, if nothing else, again. Let's burn some of these. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's keep it simple. There we go. There we go. And there we go. So, I mean, if I do this at least one round with every class, at least I can burn some of the pots so as to prevent them from going for overflow. Because it did wind up opening up a couple of the solo crystals for the first time in forever. Just trying to pull some of the 6-star boosts for the video earlier today. Shameless plug. How to get 1,000,000 points in 3 minutes in Arena. But, yeah, I got stuff in overflow, and I would rather it not expire. Preferably. Come here, dude. Just hanging back there. All annoying like. And then keep rolling on this till the 5 stars start coming back. Eventually. Yeah, it's an interesting format, Max. It's a really interesting format. I'm still on the fence about it. Like, on one hand, I really enjoyed doing short form content. Just, again, because you can get in, say what you want to say, show off what you want to show off, and then, you know, you're done in a minute or less. Right? So not only does it, like, you know, benefit by keeping people interested, just because, you know, all of us are always on to the next thing, and you don't overstay your welcome. But it just really streamlines the editing process as well. You know, you got no time for an intro, outro. You don't need to worry about fancy transitions or cuts or edits, frankly. You just get in, say what you want to say, and then by the time you realize, you know, where you're at, it's already done. That much I appreciate, but because of the short form bit of it, the business end of the stick on the back end is drastically different. So it's a little give, little take. I'm still experimenting with it to see if it's something I would want to either switch over to integrate in some capacity or what, but the one thing I will say is that it's very interesting getting a very landscape long game formatted in such a way to still work in an extremely vertical format, you know. Especially for me, I've got like one of the iPhone Maxes, right? So it's ultra wide, and the game displays as such. So just like cropping it down, it's interesting. We'll see. We'll see. PB popping in saying, "Hey peoples, what's good, peeps?" Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday Eve. So on and so forth. X out of the way of that, because I don't want any of that nonsense. No thank you. Heimdall going full on like Sorcerer in the Stone. But like the inverse of that. Just watched episode 2 of Falcon Winter Soldier. Felt a sudden urge to start up Winter Soldier right after. Well, yeah, I mean, so avoiding any spoilers, of course. So if anybody in chat has not yet seen it, we ain't spoiling it. Nobody's spoiling anything. But, yes, I mean, as the title of the show implies, there is Falcon action, there is Winter Soldier action, and that is very reminiscent of Winter Soldier, the movie, in the best way. So, there we go. And Parasite says, "Hello, Rob. Good day, mate." Well, good day, Parasite. How's it going? Welcome to the ODIN grind here. Just about ready to slowly push my way past 40. 1 4-star fight at a time. Notice the part as well. It's a good idea from YouTube. I can say a lot in 1 to 2 minutes. I get all tongue-tied. Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting too, reformatting your content and reapproaching your approach to the content to like what would be like flashy and catchy and keep people's attention even for just a minute. So that much I'm very much I'm enjoying. Really, again, the biggest test for me is just on the back end to see how it winds up translating stats-wise. Because if it's a moot point, if the stats wind up breaking even to what like a 4-minute or 10-minute video wind up doing, then I would rather stick with the 4-minute or 10-minute video. Gives me a lot more breathing room. Andy, I watched Kong v Godzilla in cinemas today. No spoilers, but it was garbage and 2 hours in the bin. Well, no spoilers. Definitely no spoilers. We ain't spoiling anything. I am sorry to hear that you did not enjoy it, but that is the first in-hand review I've heard. But I mean, grats on seeing the film in cinema. Absolutely. I can't wait to go back. Should I rank up Havoc or Hitmonkey? Both are unawakened. You should rank up Hitmonkey over Havoc. Havoc benefits a lot from his awakened ability. Plus, I personally like the animation playstyle of Hitmonkey. He's a lot smoother and faster to ramp up for bigger damage. So there you go. And an early congrats on that rank up, bud. Thanks for asking. Throw that. Nailed it. Doink. Max says, hey Rob, guess what? Max. What? Don't tell me you opened up like you did like a quick 5 pop of calves and got like the 6-star or something like that. Don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that. I mean, if you did, congrats, but I would just be very, very jealous. Even if the movie is bad, the urge to watch movies back in cinemas has increased a lot. Yes. Plus, I think, too, with even when cinemas do wind up opening up, the fact that they're going to have limited capacity is going to be really nice, too, because it's still going to give you a bunch of breathing space. Because, like, there's a big difference between seeing a film in an empty theater and seeing a film in a halfway filled theater and a theater that's jam-packed. Don't get me wrong, a jam-packed theater for seeing like something like Endgame is amazing, but for most films, nah, I'd rather not. But again, for films like Endgame, you just like feed off the energy of the audience. Get out of there. That's so close. No, Havoc doesn't need to be awakened, and sometimes his awakened ability can mess you up when you are trying to stack plasma debuffs. Interesting perspective. I mean, it was either Kong v Godzilla or the Tom and Jerry movie. Well, that's quite the difference right there. Keep it to myself, but chicken butt. Ah, you got me, Max. You got me. I hope you pulled him. I hope you pulled a high-ranked Odin. Because I really wish I did. I opened up a couple. I did not get him. But I wish I did. But in lieu of that, go form for the grind and just, you know, do it bit by bit. I was going to say, I don't think that powers thing would KO me. It's better not to awaken some champs like Havoc and Emma. Interesting. Also an interesting perspective. How about a Tom and Jerry movie where they dress up as King Kong and Godzilla? I'd watch that. See, now that's like big brain time right there with ideas. And he says, you're crushing it with the shorts. Well, thanks, bud. Thank you. I'm having fun with it so far. It's different. It's different because for the shorts as well, I'm allowing myself to have a lot more fun with it. And that's something I really want to do. I really want to do with some of the videos because like some of it it's just like at times I feel like some of it can get livened up a little bit and I can infuse more of my personality into it as opposed to just being like a cut and dry. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out, and either which way, no matter how it turns out, it's fun. It's fun so far. Designs pulled the 5-star Odin. Lucky you. And really, that's all you need. That's all you need. Doink. Because I mean, the 6-star is nice, and but I mean, there isn't going to be too terribly much a difference between his pre-fights. Rob wears shorts. Yeah, man, they're comfy and they're easy to wear. He's too pale. Well, I mean, you're not wrong there, but just wait till we get a little bit closer to the summer months. then it's a different story. Can't wait, man. Itty bitty teeny weeny with yellow polka dots. But it's a mankini. Which is a thing, apparently. I didn't know this until I was informed of this, and now I know, and I wish I didn't know, but it's a thing, guys. It is, in fact, a thing. I was going to be... Owen is going to bet he first 3-star that I'm going to try and get from the arena milestones. There you go. Good luck on that. And I don't know if he's crushing it. I think he actually is falling a little short. Jacob coming in with the jokes. Appreciate that, bud. I like them jokes. It's a little hashtag shorts-sighted. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. It's just too punny. Just too punny. Okay, so as those 5 stars are coming off cooldown, let's throw another set of tech up there. Or the first round of tech, I guess. Putting boosts to good use. Yeah, why not? Let's roll with that. Let's roll with that. Boink. Do that. Do that. B-More says, Shoo, what's your favorite sport? To play? I don't know. I've always been a fan of baseball. Playing baseball is a lot of fun. Watching baseball, different story. Playing baseball, that's awesome. I'll go with that one. Final answer. How tall is the vonShoe? I don't know. We're still designing it with Croc, so we'll see. I think I might wind up coming up with a couple different varieties, a high top and then a low cut as well. Start another baby count, the Von Shorty. Yeah, or another YouTube channel. Wind up managing like 6 different little baby YouTube channels, each for a different baby account. Alright, B-More. Thanks for stopping in. Get some good Z's. We'll catch you later. I was stalking your mini account and I noticed you don't even log in every day. I don't. I realize that's something I need to do just to keep collecting the feathers, but that also was something intentional because I really wanted to keep all the content on the live stream, and if I wasn't live streaming, I didn't want to like keep playing on ahead either, you know. My favorite sport is gastronomy. You are not wrong. You are definitely not wrong. I mean, you put a plate of something nummy in front of me, and I will sports the heck out of it. I'll do like a full like John Madden like analysis, being like, well, this is a plate of pasta and it looks really good. Or like do some actual like in-depth analysis. do the Vin Scully thing where I tell you about the chef and the chef's family and some interesting, fun little tidbit of information from the chef's life back when he was a teenager in Brooklyn, before going back into describing the actual plate of food. Misfits Gold. Not that he's passed on yet. Fortunately, he's still hanging on. But he's retired, is what I'm saying. It's like the guys that they got announcing baseball now for the Dodgers and most everybody else in professional baseball is just, I don't know, it just sounds so bored. They just sounds so bored. And the game being what it is by itself needs like some energetic charisma to keep the audience going too. Because if like you're the announcer and you're like, that's a high fly ball to right field, guys running back to the wall, but that's long gone. That's a 3-run homer. Dodgers are up 6-2. Like, does that like excite anyone? Is that like, whoa, we just got a multi-run home run right there? It's like, oh, hey, that's neat. Cool, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know why, but every time I've been KO'd and the node is at 2%, when I revive, the node is at 5% or more. Interesting. Got me a 5-star Odin today, says Nigel. 6-star Ghost just got even juicier. Nice, bud. Dude, everyone's pulling 5-star Odins. Good on you, bud. Congrats. Yeah, I mean, Ghost is gonna be really good, even with the adjustment where you can only like Odin or Norse or Norseman somebody once. You can't stack them. She's still really good. Still really, really good. Yeah, and that's the thing though, Max, too. I mean, it's like there's a huge difference between even like Vin Scully in his heyday and like literally anybody for the like Latin America football, right? Or Mexican football. Like literally any one of those guys blow Vin Scully out of the water in terms of like energy. He had the charisma, absolutely, and he could tell an interesting story to, you know, keep the pace along in between, you know, the catcher running out to the mound again for the 6th time this inning. But that, I think, also is just the nature of the sport, too. What year is World Cup? Was that supposed to have been last year? Next year. Next year's World Cup. In Qatar. Well, that'll be interesting. Well, next year then, that'll be really fun. I love World Cup. In soccer, we got the club teams talking about soccer and the Hispanic guys screaming about the goal. Big difference. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's actually like something super worth celebrating, too, when you finally do get a goal. After, you know, 90 minutes of play, you get the first goal of the game. I mean, heck, I would celebrate too. Let's do that and that and that. That's good. Wave Rebel says, peekaboo, peeka out. Well, hey there, hi there, ho there. And so long there. What up, Wave Rebel? And Redwood. Yo, Rob, what's up, man? How goes it? It is going exceptionally well. For, day 2. Day 2 is always the worst day of the grind. You know, it's when you've been grinding for 2 days straight, right? It's still too far off to start looking at the end of the tunnel. It's like, usually it's like, okay, am I going to keep this up or am I going to call it quits? Now's the time to do it so I don't waste more time with a failing effort, right? But I don't know. For me, I'm still in good spirits. Getting through it and having a good time doing it, too. Happy Friday, by the by. You think we'll ever see Black Widow Claire in the movies? I don't know if in the movies, but maybe on a show at some point. I mean, at some point, yes. If they keep going with subsequent waves of or phases of films and shows, right? Eventually, yes. They need to dig a little bit deeper for characters to draw from. I don't see them rebooting any of the characters anytime soon. So yeah, I mean, I think we may. I think Claire probably would be like if they do like a, I don't know, what is it, Justice Society or whatever, like a throwback bit, like a Watchmen-esque thing, right? Where you have like the original Minutemen back in the, was it 60s? Something like that. Where you would have like Arcus, you'd have Claire and the rest of the gang. And just do their own standalone thing. Perchance. That'd be my guess though. But as far as I've heard, there's been no news for any of that. Yet. Had to stop by before I go to bed, so bye. Good night, all. Well, good night, Wave Rebel. Get some Z's. We'll catch you next time. No, because Claire is a Golden Age character from the comics they would have to redo to modern times. Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, she may wind up having some slightly different canonically edited origin, but that's what I'm saying. Like if they keep if they introduce other characters from other earlier times, like before Avengers but after, you know, World War II, then perhaps, you know, perhaps. Punchy, punch. Kicky, kicky, kick. So I just noticed, I haven't even noticed how long I've been sitting at 40 mil right now. Like, I'm at 40 mil, which is awesome, but I don't know how long I've been at 40 mil. It's kind of the downside of running 4 stars. It just, points-wise, doesn't do a whole lot. Still necessary. Running 4 stars every time they come off a cooldown for the length of an arena grind buys you an extra 10 million points, so that's definitely not something to completely disregard. But it is a bit of a time suck. Not gonna lie. Do that. Do that. And do that. Sweet. I want the timeline to move forward. Not a big fan of going backwards. Yeah, but I mean, I agree with you, but if they're spending time doing the Eternals for some reason, as like a technical prequel, then I'm sure that they can wibbly wobbly something else into existence, you know? Because, I mean, they came out with the whole Agent Carter series, too, which is all technically prequel stuff. There's, like, Captain America 1, and then basically all of Agent Carter, and then... Captain Marvel would be the next one, I suppose. Canonically, timeline-wise. Oh, no. I think I'm thinking too hard on it. Boink, boink, boink. Here we go. Got the next round of 5 stars. Let's do that. Let's do this. This. Do that. All right. Easy peasy. This one should be pretty easy peasy too. Parasite says MCU has done timeline from Peggy Carter till date going back before. That timeline might mess up things. They can't recreate links and references to which they have already done. Yeah, right. It just depends how much they break the timeline with like multiversing. Because then they can do the, well, this is an alternate timeline sort of thing, you know? Which, I mean, the going theory was that, like, by incorporating the Sony and Fox stuff, that's how they wind up doing it. Like, those properties are from other timelines, but we'll see. Alrighty, so here's the plan, guys. Here's the plan. Let's go open up a crystal. Let's open up a crystal. Which one should I open up, though? Let's claim that, though. Not open up this one. That'd be a boring crystal to open. Sreejoy popping in. How are you, bud? Glad to caught you here. Hope you're doing well. Happy day 2 of Odin. But let's open up the crystal right here. And as if you want to guess who the champion's gonna be, throw that into chat right there. I'm gonna guess it. I'm gonna guess today's Bishop. That's gonna be my guess. But if you guys want to guess, throw that in the chat. But in the meanwhile, also go say hey to Coop. Coop is streaming currently. Head on over under hashtag RobVonRaid. And that is going to be a wrap for tonight, everybody. So I'm sitting snug at about 40 million points right now, which is exactly where I want to be. I'm feeling really good about that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Helps the channel grow. Do appreciate that. I'll be back again for more stuff. Phoenix. All right, more stuff in the days coming up. So today is Friday. We got another day and change for Arena, and we'll go from there. But I'm gonna be popping over, heading over and saying howdy to Coop. Hope to see you guys over there. And until next time, everybody, I'm vonShoe. Take care. Talk soon. Stay safe. Be well, everybody. Bye for now.